here we are again, waving from the edge of a new dystopian reality. I have switched my facial gear, my nose and mouth accessory for the mask light while I'm in the lounge, British Airways lounge. It took me 3 years basically to be able to sit in this lounge because I saved points after points after points after points after points on my British Airways credit card, paying for my life, and it earned me this chandelier and this glass of port that I could never afford on my own, let's just be honest here. But it's a very strange reality to spend all my points, all my earned points, on a crazy 7-hour flight where basically our dinner was brought to us in a doggy bag, and they threw 2 bottles of champagne at us and said, you know, suck it up, buttercup, because they don't want to serve anything. We literally got a boxed lunch or a boxed dinner and a couple of bottles that we got to open ourselves of champs. But the reason I did that, and I spent all those points, and a companion pass, by the way, which is also equally hard to earn like those points, was I just wanted to feel safe. And some airlines are not properly distancing, and I knew if we were in business class we'd be distanced. So I just have to report and say that we just went, we had our little boxed dinner, we had our glass of champagne and went right to sleep, and we missed the whole freaking business class experience anyway. So, but now I have a chandelier while we wait, and a Minotaur. Don't ever leave home without your Minotaur. And my glass of port, which, cheers, salute, here comes the news, but first, a suck. Tasty. You can just, you know, like with Skittles, you can taste the rainbow. You can freaking taste the grapes. You can taste the vine, baby. So I'm just giving you a very brief rundown on what it took us to get here. So we started Sunday. Today is Wednesday night in London. And we started Sunday at noon in Taos. And we drove 7 hours to Denver so we would have a place to park our car because we're flying back into Denver. Then we rented a car one way. Let's just guess what that cost. And we traveled to Omaha, Nebraska, spent the night there, and then got up and drove the whole next day to O'Hare, and then just flew to here. So we have been going. Welcome to the land of wearing the same clothes 4 days in a row. This is day 4 of this magical ensemble. Let's just say thank the goddess for deodorant inventions and the very practical magic of washing your panties in your own sink. This has saved me. So 4 days, all so that we could be properly distanced on the plane. And then we land in Edinburgh tonight, and we're staying at a friend's house, and we begin the process of applying for for UK pre-settled status is what it's called. It allows Silas as a European to say he would like to stay in the UK after Brexit. And then once we get, while we're waiting on that approval and all of those forms and submissions to be T's crossed and I's dotted, we are beginning looking for our Wonder Hunter headquarters. And I have to tell you that I just think if I survive, like if I don't survive this, you guys, this is like my eulogy here, right? This is gonna be like my last message to you guys. We come from a little tiny town. I mean, this is the thing I want to say to you about flying right now. The other reason I think it's crazy is not just because I tend to have lung problems and because my family has some high-risk members in it, but also because we live in a tiny town, we don't really want people visiting us. We hunker really, really well in Taos, and we want everybody to hunker like that. So if you come visit Taos, we want you to quarantine for 14 days. And there are tons of people coming in who aren't doing that. So I could only imagine coming over here to Edinburgh, coming to the UK, with our current situation, who we are, who we're ruled by, who's in the White House, what's going on with our practices and policies, and how ludicrously we have handled this pandemic. I could just imagine our reception, right, in Edinburgh, like I'm hiding the fact that I'm an American, and yet I'm willing to do this to pursue this dream. You guys know me. I have always told you about the whoosh, follow the whoosh. It's that feeling in your belly when the lightning strikes, the intuitive lightning. And after we've looked at a good 10,000 homes since January, all over the world, mostly in America, and not having any lightning strike, we just had to go. And then once we found out there was the December 31st deadline, it was like, well, now is the time. Make it happen. Go Team Wonder Hunter. Spooky. So here we are, and I'm just letting you know that this is kind of what we're up against. When I first thought that we were going to be taking this journey, my head was completely filled with everything that could go wrong, and month or 2 months or 3 months stay in the ICU, or death, or, listen, this should tell you something. I have lived through quadriplegic, neck down, paralysis. Can't even, I'm starting, just stop, just back up. I have not started menopause yet, but my brain has. So now, add to all this quirky, weird, wackadoodle life, the fact that I can't find my words now. Yeah, so much fun. So when I have lived through paralysis, I've lived through rape, I've lived through bankruptcy, I've lived through near brushes with death. I don't even want to start illness. I don't even want to start with the whole list, but I have never filled out a will or a living will, and never have I taken a full, complete inventory of Doorway's Wonderland Museum collection. But I did before this trip, and it's all sitting in my safe deposit bank. So that needs to tell you how high I think the stakes are. And I kind of said goodbye to my plants and my yard and my dogs like I was never going to see them again. It was all but just in case things go south, I will have made my peace, and everybody will get their little bit in my will, and you'll all be very happy, and at least the majority of you will have this send-off. But hopefully something else is going to happen. I'm just reporting along the way, because to me, this is the craziest, wackiest thing we have ever done, and I would not take this kind of leap of faith, this hugest, biggest, gargantuan leap of faith without a Mad Hatter by my side and a labyrinth badass, who, by the way, knows the center of the labyrinth and also carries his own key to get his way out, and could possibly be the key to Wonderland, what's coming. I wouldn't take the trip without them, and the incredible support of the ground team, the Wonder Hunters ground team, Catherine and Julia and Myrnie, and the many others of you that have believed in this dream and hoped for this dream and sent good juju for this dream. So here we go, Team Wonder Hunter, it's game on. This is Angie saying I'm still alive from the Heathrow frickin' airport, and I can't wait to get out of these goddamn panties. That's all I'm gonna say. Mama needs a bath. Ciao.